we will be discussing the budget FY21 of Pakistan. Okay, so the key budget highlights, right? So you will be looking at the key highlights of the budget, and it will be very helpful for you in deciphering the economic condition of the country. Okay, so first things first, total outlay. Okay, so the total outlay for FY21 is estimated to be rupees 7,295 billion, and last year's outlay was, compared with last year's, that was rupees 8238 billion. Okay, so it's a contraction, a reduction of 11%, a decrease of 11%. Okay, now looking, so why the budget has been slaved, why the budget had been slated by the government. Their attempt has been made to cushion the economic loss arising out of the COVID-19 outbreak. However, no major announcements has been made in this regard, right? So no major announcements for COVID-19. Okay, for COVID-19, the only is the SARS program. And if you look at the SARS program, basically you will come to know that the allocation has been increased, right? It was rupees 187 billion in FY20, which has been increased by merely just to 208 billion in FY21. So not a major impact, right? Not a major relief for the public. Okay, and the government has kept aside only rupees 70 billion for COVID related expenditure, which is again very minimum. Okay, now looking at taxes, the thing where the government takes all the revenue. Taxes, first the good news and the bad news for both the taxes. Good news, no new taxes imposed, right? So no new taxes have been imposed by the government. However, at the same time, they are expecting a 27% increase in the FBR revenue. So again, a major hit will be taken. Now looking at a fiscal deficit, the government is estimating a fiscal deficit. That is an important term, right? A fiscal deficit of 7% of GDP in FY21, right? That is approximately equivalent to rupees 3195 billion, right? While the major predictions are that it might cross the 7% mark, it might be around the range of 8 to 9%. Okay, now looking at fiscal deficit, what is the current fiscal deficit, right? So according to the revised figures, so for FY20, the fiscal deficit is a whooping 12.3% of GDP. So one can imagine that what can happen in later on. Okay, Total revenue target. Now this is pretty interesting. If you look at the total revenue target, it has been set at rupees 6,573 billion. That is an increment of 19% if we compare it with the revised estimate of FY20, where FBR revenue for the year have been estimated, right? Total revenue has two departments, right? Tax revenue and non-tax revenue. So their FBR revenue, as we have already told you, has been slated or has been increased. The estimate has been increased by 27%, whooping 27%, which is again on the very higher side, right? Okay, so it means that a mini budget, chances of a mini budget is round the corner, so stay tuned. Now the biggest increase, another biggest increase is that government has budgeted 450 billion under petroleum development levy, PDL, right, in FY21. And why I have mentioned this? Because it is only rupees 260 billion in the revised estimate of FY20. So this is a thing that should be considered and taken into consideration. Okay. Before we go to the borrowings and everything, let's have a look at the setup targets for different growth rate targets. Okay. First things first. Agriculture growth rate is predicted to be 2.8%. Industries 0.1%. It might be difficult because LSM is continuously in the negative. Services 2.6% growth. And the target that is for the overall GDP target is 2.1%, again due to COVID, whereas the inflation rate target that they have set is 6.5% for FY21. And if you look at it, then you can clearly expect that the interest rates would be in the range of 7.5 to 8.5% in the next year, if this is the inflation rate that the government is expecting. Okay, so these are the major highlights that we have to look for in the budget. We will be talking about different types of expenditures and the breakup of tax revenue, total current expenditure, development expenditure, fiscal balance, primary balance later in the next part. But let's have a quick look that what this budget entails. A quick summary so that you have a clear idea about the budget. So first of all, tax revenue. Tax revenue is estimated to be 5,464, and this is I am writing in rupees in billion. Okay. Now FBR tax revenue 4,963, again nearly 5 billion, and it is estimated that according to prudence it might be along the range of 4.2 to 4.4 billion. So that is where it might be. It might be like 4,200 to 4,400. That is the estimate that the analyst have made. Now other taxes. 501. Okay. Non-revenue tax. And when we are talking about non-tax revenue, it is around 1109. It is 1109. Now we are talking about gross revenue receipts. Right, this is it. This is a tax revenue, this is a non-tax. Adding the two, we are getting a value 6,573. Removing the provincial share. Please, these terms are very important and be careful when you are quoting the figures. So after removing the provincial share of 2874, it is 3699. That is the net revenue receipt. After that, capital receipts, which is non-bank. Right, so I am writing non-bank. It is 1395. Then we have external receipt. External receipts net, these are 810, again in billion. So we have estimated provincial surplus 242 billion, followed with bank borrowing 889 and privatization proceed of 100. So we have total resources of 7,136 billion. Right, these are the total resources of 7,000 to 136 billion. Okay, so looking at it and looking at the review, we are able to decipher that how things will go in the future, right? And looking at the expenditure, I am just writing it. Current expenditure is estimated to be, that was 6,345. Okay, major chunk, I am just writing it down. The major chunk is the interest payments, that is equivalent to 2946, and another is defense affairs. So I am just writing these two over here and not writing anything else. That is equivalent to 1289 billion. These are the two major chunks of this current expenditure. Development expenditure is again, this year was on the lower side. So development expenditure, it is just a merely 792 billion. Adding all of them, we are getting, of course it was a budget. So these are the budgetary highlights. and this is a budget at a glance, so that you have clear idea of how and what things happened and how things prevailed mainly. Okay, so these are the estimates that they have put and they have given to us. According to these estimates, we will be able to have a clear picture that how and in which direction is things are going. Again, we have just covered the estimates and we have just looked at the snapshot, each and everything, and we will be looking at it in much more detail in the later videos. But please be mindful of the figures, major figures, because in the exams you will be asked about that. These are the two major figures in the current expenditure. In the development expenditure, PSDP and other projects have been cut to the bottom. Bank borrowings, again you have to be mindful of that. So and again, why the privatization proceeds are pretty low, it can be on the higher side. So a lot of debate has been going on. So this is the recap and I hope you guys have understood. So please take this into account. These are the main figures, these are the main targets that the government is looking at. Inflation rate 6.5%, overall GDP growth of 2.1%, where agriculture 2.8%, higher side industries, if it's positive it will be good news for Pakistan. Services 2.6%. So we can assume that the interest rates are around 7.5 to 8.5%. I have tried to cover all the major details of this budget. I hope you guys have understood this. We have talked about this COVID as well, COVID-19, what has been done, what has not been done, and this is the major part, that 11% decrease, contraction in the budget has been, in the outlay has been discussed. This is the end of this session.